No, I did not forget to talk about the Eagles versus the Rams. It has just been a very, very hectic week, and it's only going to get more hectic for me. But I am not going to miss this game. I'm not going to miss talking about it. I know Devontae Smith is out with his hamstring injury. Get well soon. I know it was probably bugging him for much longer, and him suiting up for the Commanders game most definitely didn't help it. Regardless of that, though, I think that this Eagles team right now is poised for a solid game with the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams aren't bad. They're not hitting their potential. They have a lot of talent, but there's a few cracks in the foundation, and it's not enough to really break the whole team apart, but it's enough to keep them afloat and contend, and they're going to contend, and they're going to keep doing that, not just against us, but against other teams. This is going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a pretty game. I mean, this is Philadelphia football we're talking about. Philadelphia sports. I know the Sixers just won yesterday against Ben Simmons without Joel Embiid, which is probably the greatest sight any of us could ever ask for at this point in time with how the Sixers are doing and all of that. However, this is Philly sports. Nothing is ever pretty when it comes to Philly's sports. Never is. 24 years into it. I got a long ways to go. So, with that said, it's going to be close. It's going to be competitive. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be however it's going to be. I think the Eagles are going to pull it out and continue to extend their lead on the NFC East and continue to contend with the Lions for the number one seed. And the Vikings. Vikings are up there too. They're the only other threat, especially given that they're in the division with the Lions. They're the only other true threat to the Detroit Lions and the number one seed. The Rams got to have this game though. They're going to play because they are only a game behind the Arizona Cardinals, who I believe are going to win another game this Sunday. The 49ers are without Brock Purdy and Bosa, so I think that's going to set the stage for Seattle and Arizona especially to pull away. We just have to see how the Rams do against us, against good old us. But we have a good track record in SoFi Stadium. Our fans travel really well, and so long as we have, the threats on the ground in Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, and we have an A.J. Brown, we'll be okay. But I do really think that this game needs to incorporate more of Jahan Dotson and Dallas Goedert. They both have to come out and make big-time plays. Dotson has had a few sparks here and there, a few big plays that he's made over the last couple of games. He had that tip drill catch against, I think it was the Jaguars, right? I believe. And then, of course, he had a pretty good one against the Commanders. He was also getting a lot of attention from the Commanders, which was great. Ruffle their feathers a little bit, get under their skin, and it worked. Oh, man, it worked. And the Eagles were able to win that game, and he had a little hand in it, of course, but I think against the Rams without a Devontae Smith, we're going to need all the help we can get. AJ's going to need all the help he can get. Hurts and Saquon in the backfield are going to need all the help that they can get. So, Dotson, Goddard, Grant Calcaterra, Mr. Game Saver against the Commanders. Time for you guys to step up and make some plays, whether it be catching, pass blocking, anything. Do something to really provide a spark to this team, especially if they need it, depending on how these games go. Momentum is a huge thing. It doesn't matter what the record is, and we learned that very well a couple of nights ago, seeing how the Pittsburgh Steelers fell to the Cleveland Browns in a very winnable game. Momentum is everything, and if one person makes one play on either side of the ball, it carries weight, and you can feel it no matter what side of the ball you're on, And that being said, the Eagles felt that immensely when Reed Blankenship intercepted that pass, because Saquon just scored like that. We got the ball back with that interception, and you could just feel the pendulum swinging. You could feel it going into the Eagles' favor, and then Saquon Barkley just buried the Washington Commanders with another touchdown run. It's just that simple. It happens. No matter who you're facing, no matter what the circumstance, something happens, sparks the team, and it can pay dividends. So I'm hoping that the Eagles can create that spark and keep things moving. So I'm going to give the Eagles hold up. What did I give them? 27-17? 27-17 win. I think it's going to be close, but the Eagles pull away in the late third into the fourth quarter, seal the deal. Let me know what you think. I also do believe that Jake Elliott will rebound and make up for everything. I think it's going to make 2 to 3 really good 50-yard kicks. I know it's in a stadium as opposed to, or it's in a dome as opposed to an outdoor stadium. But I think he's going to come in clutch when we need him to, when his number is called upon. I think he needs it more than anybody right now. Kicking this year has been very interesting. A lot of kickers have been struggling. And I think Jake Elliott just needs to relax and do what he does best. So I think the Eagles are going to win this game. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Fly, Eagles, fly. Enjoy the rest of your night. I need to go to sleep.